Hey everyone, this is Shaman from Rocketship HQ, the mobile user acquisition agency that helps you grow in a capital efficient manner. Today, I'm going to talk about ASO, specifically how you should do keyword research and set up your metadata so you can optimize for AppStore rankings, right? So here's the general approach we recommend for keyword analysis, right? So we'll go over each of these steps one by one, right? But let's go over the high level how we're looking at this. We come up with a raw keyword list and we look at the Google keyword tool. We look at competitor descriptions. We come up with a list of raw keyword lists, and we run this keyword list via one of the ASO tools. In this case, I took AppTweak. With the goal here is to get a measure of search volume and competition for each keyword. AppTweak gets these numbers from the iTunes API. The exact methodology isn't fully disclosed. There are a bunch of other ASO tools, so feel free to use what you will. Not endorsing anything per se, but you should get a measure of search volume and search competition. Those are the two most important metrics. Then you subjectively come up with the relevance score of a keyword, which is a subjective measure of how relevant the keyword is for your app. Then you calculate a score, which is high volume, low competition, more relevance, high relevance. And that's your score. That's a score we've used, but feel free to use what works for you. And then you basically rate your keywords according to the scores and place the keywords in your metadata so that it's also grammatically coherent, so it's not sounding like SEO gibberish. Okay, great. So let's take a look at each of these steps, right? So this is the raw keyword list. Okay, hang on. This is the keyword analysis from Google. We looked at Google keyword tool. I'm not going to take you there to say in the interest of time, but you can look it up, Google keyword tool. This is the results. These are the results of the keyword tool for a food delivery app, right? And these are the results we see. Cool. And that was step one. We came up with this list of keywords, and then we put this in AppTweak. We came up with what is the volume and what is the competition on a 100-point scale for each of these. Some of these can be intuitive. Food is 59, high volume relatively, and also very high competition. Home, high volume and high competition, so these all make sense. Delivery, kind of high volume, but also kind of high competition. And so we want high volume and high competition. Here we have taken volume by competition. You could take volume minus competition if you feel better, or in this approach, I'm trying to show you what could be very, very simple approaches. You could certainly make this much, much more sophisticated. What we've also done is taken relevance. This is subjective. This is very, very much dependent on your app, right? You said, right, let's assume food is 10, deliveries 10, home is 8 because you get it delivered home, online is 8. This is subjective. You have to use your personal judgment on what is what, right? But eventually what you want is high volume, low competition, high relevance. You're looking for those words that fit that criteria, right? In this case, I said volume by competition multiplied by relevance. That's really how I've looked at it. And once you have the score, you basically rank it from the highest to the lowest. Again, you have to use subjective judgment, because you have to say, right, which word can fit into your titles, which word can fit into your subtitle, and which ones can be keywords for your metadata, right? So here I've identified title and subtitle. Some of the others can fit into your metadata, right? That's for app. And now let's look at how all of these fit into your structure in Apple, right? So you have a title which has a maximum length of 30 characters. You could say food delivery. In this particular case, this app wanted to emphasize community. So again, this is not meant to be set in stone. You have to figure out what matters to you, right? Even though community isn't showing up here, community is important to this particular app, so they decided to use community delivery. You could use food delivery. Again, it says your favorite foods delivered. You have food delivery here, right? So that's important. You have promotional text, which again is 170 characters. You use different keywords that again come up from your keyword analysis. Uh, Again, that's a maximum of 100 characters, right? And then you have a full description. Again, you do not want to make the description inordinately long, because you want, it's not like SEO where length matters, right? It's a very similar approach with Google. Say community delivery, there's a title and there's a short description. The short description is typically longer than Apple's, so just be cognizant of that. That's 80 characters, 30 characters for title, 80 for short description, and of course a long description is 4,000 characters, right? Yeah, and that's really the 101 of keyword optimization. Really, with this, you will have taken care of all the primary low-hanging fruit you have with your App Store keyword optimization, and then you can really focus on the more crucial parts of both your App Store presence, your App Store description, and your paid user acquisition. I hope this was helpful. If you'd like to check out more tips and strategies from the cutting edge of mobile user acquisition, please subscribe to our YouTube channel right here, or check out our blog on rocketshiphq.com/blog. Thank you.